Well, another pleasant good morning to you. I'm Tai Chikos, your revelator, also your plumb line. Yes, indeed. I'm here with another program this morning called the plumb line. As we normally look, how level you are, how straight you are, how truthful you are, and if those levels are there, not for my sake, but for your sake and your creator, it is important you watch your levels. It is important, just as how you watch your food intake. Yes. The doctor said you must not eat too much salt. Yes, even some doctors say you must not have too much water. You must not eat too much fat. So as you watch the food you eat, watch your levels as well. Watch how much righteousness you uphold. Watch how corrupted you are. And first, to do that, you gotta be honest with yourself. You gotta be truthful to yourself. If you know you're corrupt, you say you're corrupt, man. Go on like you're not corrupt when you're corrupt. Because the sad thing about it, when your maker drop the plumb line on you, the plumb line gotta find you corrupt. And that's where the penalty will be hashed. More hash. You see, today they have a thing named plea bargain. If you know you do the thing, just say you do it. And let your sentence be more lesser once you are speaking the truth. Plea bargain. Bargain with me. You know you do it thing. Level yourself. Good morning, Chevron Dix. Yes, if you know you do the thing, then just level with God and man. Yes, I said, yes, I have done it. So that the judge don't have to find you guilty. Because the judge gonna drop his or her plumb line now on you. So the first thing to do is to be truthful to yourself. So when the plumb line drop on you, when that plumb line drop on you, you are safe. It's just like the lie detector that is not tampered with. You don't have to go through the process of letting someone have to use a lie detector when you know you're lying. Just tell them, say, I lie, me I tell them, man. And done the argument. I make me know what to do. Wow. Having said that, I remember when I committed myself working at a security company, and my action was about to make about 96 of us lose their job. Yes, at a particular security company, after I am the one who had committed the nonsense, the indiscretion, and was causing the whole company to lose all the contracts. And I have to redeem myself. Look at how many people I'm going to make out of a bread. And I take the bold decision in saying, sir, if anyone should ever lost their job through this particular incident, let it be me. And I heard someone say, why you? And I go on to explain why me, because I am the cause of all of this. And I can see everybody retract their thoughts, their step. Even those that come with their pen ready to terminate the contract. So let me hear what he's saying. Yes, I said, all of what is happening here this morning, including this emergency meeting, is the cause of me. And I took the blame. Now, my supervisor, we weren't getting along too well. And he believed that was a good time to get at me, to say, all right, you are fired. So he ran to those, it was RBTT Bank that time. We were providing the service for RBTT Bank. And when they run to the manager or the higher brass of RBTT, they were higher than the regular bank manager, the CEO for the entire company were at the meeting. He turned to them and said, what must we do with him? Fire him? I saw the boss turn around and look at the supervisor and said to him, don't even think about it. Don't even think about it. And then he go on to say, as a matter of fact, don't remove him from here. Because these are the type of people we want around us. Someone that will take their responsibility. Right? Stand up to their responsibility and speak the truth. So don't even thinking about removing him from here. And nobody lost their job. Nobody lost their job. Because if I allow everybody to lose their job, I could not live with that situation, with the thousands of children, or the hundreds of people who are depending on us to provide for us. And my one indiscretion, right, going to make everybody lose their job. And thank heavens, everybody keep their job, including me, for speaking the truth. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls who are watching me this morning, from that day until now, I hated lies. And that was about 2006, thereabout. From that time until now, I hate lie. I hate liars, because I have seen the reward that truth has done. And I also see what lie would have done to me, where lie would have placed me. So I look between both, then make my decisions to take the blame. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it pays to be straight as an arrow, so that when the plumb drop on you, you are level. From the book of Amos, chapter 7, verse 7 and beyond said, I had another vision from the Lord, and in it I saw him standing beside a wall that had been built with the use of a plumb line. And there was a plumb line in his hands. He asked, Amos, what do you see? A plumb line, I answered. Then he said, I am using it to show that my people are like a wall that is out of line. I will not change my mind about punishing them. The place where Isaac's descendants worship will be destroyed. The holy place of Israel will be left in ruins. I will bring the dynasty of King Jehoram to an end. This scripture always reminded me to be straight. This scripture always, each time I decided to be crooked, I remember that I have a boss. I have an owner. I have a responsibility. I have a purpose. I have a job to do. I have an example to show. Right? So I always mindful of when I'm gonna be tested. When I have to show the real me. Yes. When I have to show the real me, the time is now to see the real me. For those of you who may know me, some know me as dancer, some know me as sign man, some know me as pum pum man, Some know me as all kind of man, right? But not many of you know the real me. One, why you don't know the real me? Some choose not to ask who I am. Some choose to just make up a conception of me. Not many choose to interview me, to know me. And having seen that, I'm not waiting on their interview or your interview. I am telling you who I am. Because the time has come for you to know who I am, and you stop the speculation of who I am. Now, the taste is in the pudding. The truth is in the fruits. Yeah? The truth is in the fruits. The truth is in the taste of the pudding. The pudding can look nice, like you see some rice and peas can red, but the taste is missing. The soup can look rich, but the taste is missing. When you drop the plumb line, which is the taste, on the soup, you see only pretty. It's pretty, but it doesn't have the taste. The taste and the looks just not matching up. That's why this program, named The Plumb Line. And every morning, or most morning, I try to bring the plumb line to you so that you can have a better understanding of yourself and a better understanding of others. Many people are going off track and do not know that they're going off track. Many people knew that they're off track but choose to go off track because how things have now been portraying out there, it appears as if to be negative, you get a faster reward. To be truthful, you get no reward, very little. In other words, the normalization of the negative. What are you talking about, Tychicus? Since all of you there understand what I am talking about and not asking me what, I'm going to tell you what I'm talking about. A society that believe in the opposite of good. Wow. I'm going to repeat that. A society that believe in the opposite of good. And once you believe in the opposite of good, then you would automatically believe in the works of Satan. the opposite of good. So you practices the negative in your walk, in your talk, in your action, in everything. You practices the negative. And if you want examples, I can show you. Thank you for the likes. If you want an example or examples, because there are so many examples out there that I can show you, and for some reason it appears as if you are unaware of what you're doing. And I'm talking to some very intellectual people this morning too. I'm talking to our politicians, I'm talking to our police, I'm talking to the army, I'm talking to the nurses, I'm talking to the doctors, I'm talking to the lawyers, right? People in high office are normalizing negativity. The Prime Minister, the Governor General, no one is exempting this morning for normalizing negativity in our society. Yes. So when the plumb line drop on you, you're gonna fall out of line, because simply you've been normalizing negativity. You make unrighteousness look righteous, look right. Dangerous practices for the coming generation. As elders, you becomes now a teacher, an example to follow. I'm here for a very long time. I could shave my hair, my beard, ball it and shine it, right? I have the agility, right? I have the style to look like a young person, right? But I want the true identity of my 66 years on earth with life as an example to show the younger generation that is coming, so they too can use me as a benchmark. That's why I don't hide my age from the youths. I keep repeating it, because the youths of today, at 30, they believe that they are old enough, and lots are giving up, say they have enough. Yes. So that is why I kept my identity, that as you saw me, you can know that I'm here for a very long time. So I am not going out there demanding respect. My seniority out there on show to earn respect, but not so. I'm afraid the seniors are now being embarrassed for being old. The seniors are now pushed aside as if they are no good. That's what I meant when I said, as an example of one, how you are normalizing negativity. I remember the days gone by, a senior stepped into a public passenger vehicle. As a younger one, when I was young, I do a lot of that. I used to make way for the elders. Today, not so. Not so. And the young one takes the seats and the elders has to stand in the bus rocking from side to side. No one even want to hold their belongings. They scorned it. These things, I've been watching people normalizing them because of the messages that we are sending out with our action, and the younger ones are there, each generation coming are there and watching the action and adopting it. So we have to be careful of what we do as elders and what we say as elders, right? What we teach them to be wrong and what we teaches them to be right. Because what if we teach them wrong for right, as we have been doing, as they have been doing for a very long time, and at this stage they are wondering why this generation is so vile, as if they do not know is what you sow is what you shall reap. Yeah. I watched a video this morning with a young lady speaking about her own peers, the females. When I listened to her, I said, oh my God. Truth is here, but truth is scarce. And I'm going to say men to men right now. Right now. I'm going to say this. If you don't, probably not on this live right now, but my live shows, you can go back to YouTube, on YouTube, and you can find them as my archive, right? So what you miss here, you can go back on YouTube, Facebook, and you will find them. These are important things, right? You can invite people. Reginald Martin on YouTube. $49.15, Reginald Martin $49.15, because there's quite a few Reginald Martin there, but my picture is there. Okay? Yes, this young lady, we're talking about her own pairs, her females, and she was saying, some of you girls out there that you believe that look in a relationship, and if the man, I want to use this word, no have wagga money, you can have a relationship with that individual. She's saying, some of you men, they start to embarrass these girls. Tell them, so uno broke, uno go look walk. Right? And started to think about relationship on a balanced level. A relationship with a balance of love, truth, happiness, respect, than a relationship that the foundation has to be material things. Watch you now, me get myself in a trouble. Why should I say that? Yeah, idiot boy. Me no wanna broke man. The plumb line, the name of the program. Me no wanna broke man. And the girl is saying, the majority of the time, the person who is saying that, they are broke too. I know not why like that girl, No. But that girl is aware of the plumb line. Yes. That girl is aware of the plumb line and decided that she ain't gonna normalize the nonsense. She's not gonna be a part. And many of you females are gonna look upon her and tell her say she an idiot. And I'm gonna cast on certain concept on her. Galanga give away your front, no. Galanga, but the woman simply never mean that. The woman simply never mean that, but to satisfy your greedy intention, so you're going to look at the woman. Because you have no balance. You are unbalanced in your thoughts, in your mind. Right? That's why you're going to look at that. Because simply you cannot look at the fact of balance. Right? Of the balance that 1 and 1 is 2. 2 and 2 is 4. No, you want 10 to 1. That's what you want, the unbalanced relationship. You want 10 to 1, which is not balanced. The two of you, for instance, I'm speaking to a young audience, right? The two of you just leave school, just leave college. Both of you on neutral grounds, right? Both of you must learn to grow together. Yes. Both of you must learn to grow together, build together, live together. But unfortunately, when I dropped my plumb line, I saw it's not so. You're leaving school as a young lady. You starting a relationship. You are going to look for a man who owns D&G. Is up there. You are looking. And because you're looking up there, you're automatically setting up yourself as a young person to be used. Yeah. A lot of you go up there, right? Neglect the small man who were willing to grow with you, right? You say, no, I have nothing. Now, this individual really and truly have a true love and a true desire for you. But you preferred true money, true material things, you turn to the one that have the artificial love for you. And by the time you realize you have been used, some of you even lost your 3 points, lost your dignity, lost your pride, right? Because you allowed yourself to be used because of the narrative. You allowed yourself to be used. Young people, I am talking to you this morning, right? You forsake your classmate, your schoolmate, your college mate, and the guys them out here know that. So the X5 will be on show. Some of them are borrow them. Right? But because your lack of maturity, you are running for the blings. And before you knew it, you passed through 10 of them in a quick time. And you becomes a subject in your community, a subject of discussion, a subject of mockery. Right? Yes. A subject of a pass round donkey, a subject of a prescription. The plumb line is on. If you like this program, if you love this program, show your appreciation. If you believe that what I am saying, wow, and you like it, if you don't tap the screen. But if you like what I'm saying, this is the plumb line. We want you to like only what you like here. Right? Don't like what you don't like. The plumb line, my brother or my sister. The plumb line is how leveled you are, how straight you are, how truthful you are, how good you are. So the topic, the program is the plumb line, right? How to be straight, how to be truthful, right? Because we want to be the subject of change, right? So we were at the point of looking at a young person, a young couple starting life. You just leave college, right? You just leave school. You're going out now to start your life. But instead of looking to start your life with your peers. You're looking higher than your peers in the material world and setting up yourself to be used. Right? I do believe in solutions. I know a lot of you probably were not medicine thus far because of the culture you came and you saw, so you conquered. You continue on the culture. Meantime, you don't have the ages behind you, the age behind to know you that thousands have failed in doing so. Now we have very few elders like me who will sit with you and tell you these things. You have elders like me who wanted to see you in your dilemma, then take advantage of the situation that you are in, sink you further into your demise. Right? Taking the opportunity, right, to add more fuel to your fire. Seeing John uses you, and before he comes now to take you out of your dilemma, he uses you as well. That's why I describe it as a prescription. Right? I get my share, your time now, as a pass round donkey. Yes? Right? This one uses you, pass you on to someone else. And the top young generation want to get rich quick. Yes. They simply do not believe in building together, and that bring about a lot of what the thing called bad mind, grudgefulness, wickedness. It also, what it has done too, it also intensified witchcraft. Yes, it also intensified the gozo trade. Right? This one want to hold back this one, and that one want to hold back that one. That's why the gozo trade, witchcraft, is so popular today amongst the young people, because it's a culture they come to see. Yes, so that's where it is today. And before you knew it, you find yourself stuck. You find yourself going around in circles, as I describe it, as a pass round donkey. Right? This artist run through you, that artist run through you, because when you go on social media, you see this artist figures stay so. You see how many K's and M. So you try to reach up there to be used by these so-called superstars. Right? And before you know it, by the time you're quint, 10, 12 of them can have your name on their list. Yeah, we are dropping the plumb line this morning. The plumb line on this situation what is happening now. We are talking. We are not talking about yesterday. We are talking about now. That is what is happening now. Now. Right? You're looking, you go on this individual profile and you have seen this number looking attractive. You try to reach up there, and in you trying to reach up there, you have to pay the penalty instead of you trying to put your numbers up there. You're trying to go up there where that individual numbers are, and you may never reach. While you did just need to start from scratch, because the numbers that you have seen up there, that individual has to start from scratch. Right? Yeah. So you want to come into this world and see a man has his establishment from 1957. You born 27. And you put yourself with the owner of this establishment. This man who has his establishment from 1957. You born 27. You born 27. What is the rationale behind that? Is it love you love this man? Or is it care you care for this man? Or this individual? Not let's say man, because it happens both with both sexes. This individual is care you care for this individual. So when your maker drop the plumb line on you, you don't realize that you're not going to be leveled with your maker. Right? You couldn't be leveled because it is not the genuine love you have for this individual. You have love for the material things that he had garnered over the years, even before you were born. Merited. I see some people mix with me. I see some people that grind them teeth. But this program named the plumb line. Right? This program named the plumb line. Right? A truth we talk over. Yes, sir. Right? This is where truth. This is where we zoom you in and what you are doing, and don't realize that is what you are doing. Right? I know a lot and you don't realize what you are doing. A lot of you just need an eye opener, probably a patient and a level-headed person to take you through your paces, to show you what you are doing, to open your eyes to these things. You are young and inexperienced. You may have the beauty, but you are inexperienced. You may have the shape, but you are inexperienced. Right? And you have to admit that. Some of you, your parents cannot take you into this level of conversation. Some of you don't grow with your parents. Some of you grow with steps, and on the steps are looking for themselves too, right? The steps want to be along with you, right? So They are not able to tell you the truth. They are not able to level with you. Right? But I want a better generation, better operation for the next set of generation, in which my grandchildren and my children will be involved in, right? And that is the reason why I am here so early in the morning, 6 minutes to 5 o'clock in Jamaica, right? Hosting this program, not getting much monetary or financial or support any at all, right? But I choose to volunteer to bring it to you. Remember, you can go back on YouTube, it will be there, right? Look for the plumb lines, and you can click on the one you want to listen to. Which of the one you have heard that makes sense to you, that you can develop yourself as a young person just coming into a world that you doesn't have the experience of, instead of setting up yourself to be used by these so-called money hogs. All right, Clancy, I would want you to give me a better timing, so I can just give me a time. Yeah, so I know when you are up, because of the part of the world you are in. I realize that we don't have the same timing. So what time would be good for you? Or you mean immediately after I come off the live? All right, I'll do that. I'll come off the live in the vicinity somewhere about 6 o'clock, right? My time. So as soon as I get off, I give you that call. All right? 2, you mean in the afternoon? You can just put yes or no. All right? Yes. Okay, so you mean 2 JA time. 2 o'clock JA time. All right, good. I see the yes. All right. All right. Certainly I will. Yes. Yes. So we are looking at how imbalanced we are in our thoughts, and we have been seeing all these things happening to this younger generation, and not many are doing as much to save them. People are more looking out to take advantage of them more than to save them. Well, I'm like a ninja man in this. Ninja man would have gone into the prison, right? And you have seen what is happening in the prison. Quite frankly, I'm not quite sure if Ninja Man were out here, he would have such an in-depth look side of the fault of the penal institutions and its apparatus, right? Right? But seeing as he had been in and out of the penal institution, he has a first-hand view of what is happening there, and were able to put together a letter like that to the leaders, who lots of them are much, much younger than Ninja Man. Right? And many would have just looking at him and say, "You're a murderer. And in this you etan." But what they're missing, they are missing the fact that Ninja Man is paving a way for their children and their grandchildren. They are missing that fact because of their lack of insight. Yes, their lack of insight. That's what they are missing. Yeah. And the Bible they treasured. The Bible they will quick to bring to you those that are saying those things. Then you know that the Bible says out of evil come forth good. Right? That makes them to be a fraud. Because if they knew that, that makes them, when I drop my plumb line on people like those, I find them out of line. I don't find them in line with the book that they are bringing to me. They are out of line because the book said out of evil come forth good. And because the man is in prison doing a murder sentence, you believe there is no good in him. But you simply believe that good is in every man that is out here, even those that represented you as a politician. You believe that good is in them, but because Ninja is incarceration, he is not good, but good is in him, because good and bad is in everyone. So when a man doing bad and sees a bad buck, right, and him turn to good, appreciate the man. Appreciate him good things that he has done. And I'm saying that without an apology this morning. Don't be conceited. Don't be biased. Right? And the reason why I can speak so stout-heartedly, because I am a victim of that same type of behavior. Right? Right? I am a victim. Oh, at the dance, I look at boy walk and dance. And all of that comes through lack of intelligence. No two way about it. Don't tell me which college you go. I would say I wouldn't single out any one name. I would say he had done better than most people that gone in this penal institution. You know, and my video, the video that I put out on it, Clancy, a man commenting on my video, and he was saying that Bob Marley, Bonnie, Peter, all of those, we know quite a few of them would have gone to jail, and they were trying to teach and preach this message in their songs, and it remains the same, right? I didn't respond to him this way, but listen now. That was then, right? Bob Marley, Peter Tosh, and all of them were speaking to a different generations of Babylon. Right? Now it is Ninja's turn now to speak to this generations of Babylon. Right? As an elder statesman to most of them. Right? Right? So it is his turn now to speak to them. So with knowledge on everything increased, then you cannot, looking at what has done in the past by Peter, Bonnie, Bob, Toots, Gregory Isaacs, and because in that time the result isn't the same, this individual would have been saying to me technically that there's no such thing as change. Which is a very, very bad message to send to your youth, your children. You must always teaching the upcoming generation about the changes of time. That's what we elders are for. We elders are here to take you through the time when you were not here. A first-hand look. The history may be there, right? But you would want to interact with someone who were there. When Ninja speaks about the dance at Seaward School with Kilimanjaro, as he mentioned that, I could recall clearly when that dance came and how tense that area was and how the gunshots used to ring out. There could be no peace and Olympic way. One were literally afraid. People live in Waterhouse couldn't even go as far as up and Bay Farm Road where the stoplight is. Right? Yeah. And after that dance that you hear he speak about there with Kilimanjaro, the first time Kilimanjaro was gonna play in that part of the world, Uroy was the one who controlled them here to the political boundaries, right? Uroy, if you keep a dance, you have to make sure say Uroy, because the sound from other areas couldn't come into that areas, right? So Kilimanjaro along with Shabba Ranks and Ninja Man break that barrier. Up till this day, that barrier has been broken, right? Probably not to a levels as we would have wanted it to. Now this is the plumb line, right? And the plumb line is where we speak truth, where truth ought to be spoken, right? I am not conceited, and I cannot speak about things that I do not know. I know of that time, right? Yes, I know of that time. Yes, and I know the song that he mentioned, Living on Free Food Tickets. I know of that song, right? But many today who are even criticizing him may not even know of those good things that he has done, right? I gather they are waiting probably until he passed. Then they showered all those accolades on him, not when he is alive. You have heard all the good things now that Golibab has done because his eyes is now closed. So you got the drift of the mentality of our people, right? They have rewarded the negative more than the positive, right? Yes. They rewarded the negative things more than the positive. And believe you me today, that is the big problem we are having. Rewarding negative more than positive, right? And fail to acknowledge them and treat them as cordon. Fail to acknowledge negative and positive and treated them as cording, and that you can get a balance. That when the plumb line dropped on you, you can feel free within yourself that you were balanced between good and bad. You have seen the good that the man has done, and you're also seeing the bad, right? That man has done. But when you're going to be biased, because Ninja Man is from Mall Road, and I'm from Towile, which at the political boundaries, right? For me, being as I'm from Olympic Way, everybody from Mall Road, Ninja Man from Mall, a dirty PME, a dirty labor right. Those concepts must stop. None of us born with a label PMP or JLP. None of us born with that label, right? And that's what Ninja Man, right, and Shabarangs, as a representative of both community, comes together to do in that dance with Kilimanjaro at Seaward School. That Waterhouse people attend, Malwood people attend, Towile people attend, Tivoli people attend, Jungle people attend, Spanish Town people attend. Everybody comes together there, right? Right? So the program is a plumb line where we speak level. We don't speak with a bias over here. The plumb line is to measure your balance, your height. We all the blacks are laid. And when I drop my level, my plumb and it must be leveled. Right? This is the plumb line. Alright? My children, listen to what your father teaches you. Pay attention and you will have understanding. What I'm teaching you is good. So remember it all. When I was only a little boy, my parents' only son, my father would have teach me. You would have said, remember what I say and never forget it. Do as I tell you and you will live. Get wisdom and insight. Do not forget or ignore what I say. Do not abandon wisdom, and she will protect you. Love her, and she will keep you safe. Getting wisdom is the most important thing you can do. Whatever else you get insight. Love wisdom, and she will make you great. Embrace her, and she will bring you honor. She will your crowning glory. Get insight. Now, all that I'm saying is the insight that I am having and the past, and the insight that I'm having on the present. So although you're searching for wisdom, that scripture reading we're coming from Proverbs chapter 4, and I would implore you to look at it, read it, and comprehend it for yourself, young people. Right? Proverbs chapter 4. I was reading from the Deuteronical's Apocrypha. You can read it from the King James Version as well. Right? Proverbs chapter 4. Next thing, you're reading it from the King James Version, and you're hearing me saying certain things, using certain words. They mean the same thing. So let me give it to you from the King James Version. Hear ye children, the instruction of a father, and attended to know understanding. For I give you good doctrine, forsake ye not my law. For I was my father's son, tender and only beloved in the sight of my mother. He taught me also and said unto me, let thine heart retain my words, keep my commandments and live. Get wisdom, get understanding, forget it not, neither decline from the words of my mouth. Forsake her not, and she will preserve thee. Love her, and she will keep thee. Let me say, verse 4 to 8. All right, so let me go on to 8. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom, and with all the getting, get understanding. 8 and final. Exalt her, and she shall promote thee. She shall bring thee to honor when thou dost embrace her. Now, all of those words are so true, but much more difficult to understand from the King James Version. So, my children, listen to what your father teaches you. Pay attention, and you will have understanding. What I am teaching you is good, so remember it all. When I was only a little boy, my parents' only son, my father would have taught me. You would say, remember what I say and never forget it. Do as I tell you, and you will live. Get wisdom and insight. Do not forget or ignore what I say. Do not abandon wisdom, and she will protect you. Love her, and she will keep you safe. Getting wisdom is the most important thing you can do. Whatever else you get insight. And he pressed on insight. Get insight. Whatever you get insight. Come on now. Get insight. Young people, what is insight? This is the plumb line. What is insight? He underlined. He said, whatever you get insight. Today, they would call insight seer man. Yes? Or a obia man. Yes? When you have a level of insight and you can see things in the earlier days, a man with insight, a seer, a seer, 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 seer. Yes, see it here. seer. Samuel was the first seer in Israel, and he becomes the first prophet. seer. See a man. See a man. People with insight. That's the word seer. 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 You are a seer man. Now, listen this. Listen this. Where should I start this from? Let me just start it from the top here. First Samuel 9, right? Saul meets Samuel, right? We are talking now about insight. The plumb line has been dropped on you this morning. Do you have real insight? Come, let us journey along to see. There was a wealthy and influential man named Kish from the tribe of Benjamin. He was the son of Abiel and grandson of Zeror and belongs to the family of Berkoth, a part of the clans of Alphia. He had a son named Saul, a handsome man in the prime of life. Saul was a foot taller than anyone else in Israel and more handsome as well. Some donkeys belongs to Kish, listen this carefully, verse 3, wandered off. So he said to Saul, take one of the servants with you and go and look for the donkeys. They went through the hill country of Ephraim and the region of, for the pronunciation, Shalisha, but did not find them. So they went on through the region of Shalim, but the donkeys were not there. Then they went through the territory of Benjamin, but still they did not find them. When they came into the region of Zuph, Saul said to the servant, let's go back home, or my father might stop thinking about the donkeys and start worrying about us. The servant answered, wait, in this town there is a holy man. Please take note of verse 6. The servant answered, wait, in this town there is a holy man who is highly respected, because everything he says comes true. Let's go to him, and maybe he can tell us where we can find the donkeys. Yes? So they could not figure out where the donkey is because they have searched all over the hills and valleys and could not find the donkey. So now they are now going to look for someone with insight who can look foreseen where the donkey is. But you has to be the holy man, right? And because of Samuel's purity and Samuel's sanity and alkalinity, right, to humanity, he was so transparent and the spirit of Gabriel, the messenger, would have come up on Samuel and would have informed him of where the donkeys were. Yes, young people, I saw it go. Right? Listen this now. If we go to him, what can we give him? Saul asks. There is no food left in our pockets, and we don't have a thing to give him. Do we? That means because of this man's job as a foreseer, having insight, you always have to go with a gift. With a gift. So Saul recognized that and said, if we go to this man here, what we have can't give him. Right? So all you see TikTok and all of these things, it made up of the Bible. Gifts. Right? Gifts. Learn to be a gifter. Gifts. Right? If you're learning something from TikTok on the app, then gift called TikTok are the architect of this, right? You have to pay them too. So if the live is not valid, right, for TikTok to get paid, right, then it wouldn't be here and take you down. Right? So if you see an important program like this, the Plumb Line and TikTok, and you want it to continue be on TikTok, then support it. Support his life goal. Right? Gift unto his life goal. This is the Plumb Line, right? A truth we talk here, so, right? A truth we talk here, so. If you don't support it by liking the truth that has been spoken, by making comments, right? That means you don't want to see it grow. You just don't want to see it grow because you're not supporting it. Now Saul is saying, you're going to support this holy man. He said, all right. The servant answered, I have one small coin. I can give him that, and then he will tell us where we can find them. Saul replied, a good idea, let's go. Right? So they went to the town where the holy man lived. As they were going up the hill to the town, they met some young women who were coming out to draw water. Here's the question they asked him. They did not ask him, do you know where the Obia man live? Right? Do you know where the prophet live? No? They did not ask them that. The proper word they asked him. They asked these women, is the seer in town? S-E-E-R. Is the seer in town? Meaning, the man with the insight there, right? The man who can see there, right? That is our language, right? Or in some unintellectual corner, they would say, the Obia man there. Yeah. So the correct word is C-S-E-E-R. Seer. Is the seer here? Is the seer in town? And listen this. At that time, a prophet was called a seer. At that time, in those days, they were called a S-E-E-R, a seer. And so whenever someone wanted to ask God a question, you would say, let's go to the seer. Because the seer, how you get insight, we are going down to insight, right? How you get insight and how God find it worthy to speak to you is through your own transparency. You have to be transparent. For Gabriel to speak through you. Now, Gabriel is between you and the Creator, right? So the angel cannot reaches you if you are ascetic. Your own self, your own apparatus has to filled with alkalinity, purity, sanity for you to be a seer, right? So you're not an ascetic person. Ascetic person cannot be a seer, right? An ascetic person cannot have insight because the angels cannot work through blockade. You have to be pure. You have to be clean to harbor Gabriel, Michael, Raphael, Joel, Jophiel, Shamiel, and Zachariel around you. These 7 guardian angels. Yes, you have to be transparent. And when you saw people with such insight, you know that the 7 guardian angels are around those people. A person who has insight. See, here we go. We must practice purity and sanity, alkalinity, and the love for humanity. We must practice those to have insight. We must practice love and not hate, peace and not war, life and not death, good and not bad, right and not wrong. We must practice those if we want to be a seer. We must practice those. Remember, this program is end at 6 o'clock, right? It is the plumb line working out on a Thursday morning. Early in the morning, I choose to do this program at this time of the morning, right? When the Spirit flows. When Gabriel, Michael, Raphael, Uriel, yes, Jophiel, Shamiel, and Zachariel is around. They are present right now around me and giving me the insight to see these things, and to do these things. Right? You must always harbor the 7 guarding angels around you, because all of them have their different purposes. Michael is the leader, which is the protector. The messenger is Gabriel, right? Raphael is the healer. Uriel teaches wisdom, Right? Jophiel teaches beauty, Shamiel teaches peace, and Zachariel teaches mercy and forgiveness. So we must, when you hear some people referring to themselves as the 7-star general, they have insight of whom they are. They have insight of whom they are. Right? Each angels have a purpose. Right? Yes. Each angels have a purpose, and they also have a symbols. They also has a symbols. You must recognize the symbols. Right? For instance, the dove. When a dove constantly you attract doves, then you know that Shamael is around you. Right? Yes, Shamael is around you. If you see that you are attracted to rose, then Jophiel is around you. So we must know these things. Right? Yes. Yes, Melon Boss. What's up? I haven't heard from you for quite some time. Right? Right? Yes. When you see these things happening, when you see these symbols, you know that these angels are around you to give you insights. If you're not getting any insights, meaning that you are a set, you're toxic. That toxicity is preventing the 7 angels to flow through you to give you insights. So when you go to these so-called places and you see them, both them are look in a crystal ball, kick it over and come out. Right? Because you need not a monument or an object to get insight. You can see the mango on the tree that is natural. Insight is something that is not visible to the eye. Right? So you have insight coming from your inner man. Right? Right? That's coming from what? These 7 angels, Uriel, Michael, Raphael, Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, Uriel, Jophiel, Shamuel, and Zachariel. Right? What those angels have informed you with. Right? Yes. What those angels has informed you with. So you are there just as a vessel, because your vessel is clean, so they can get to operate through you. Right? That's why the program named the Plumb Line. Right? For you to be leveled, for you to be clear, for you to be clean, for you to be transparent, so that these 7 angels can work in your life. Some people only know about Gabriel, Michael, Raphael, and Uriel, but there's a thing called completion. You have to know all 7, because all 7s have their different purposes. Right? So if you use only 4, you're still falling short. You must know the other 3, Jophiel, Shamuel, and Zachariel. You must know them. Right? Each and every one of them has their different purposes. You're on the plumb line this morning. Yes? Trust this program is of some help unto the young people. The young people, thank you, Melon Boss, for supporting it, right? Yes, this program is specially designed, was given to me and authorized by the seventh angel. Michael, the leader, the warrior, Gabriel, the messenger, Raphael, right? Uriel, Jophiel, Shamael, and Zachariel. They're all around me right now. Right now. Because what attracts them is accuracy, balance, truth, love, peace, joy, harmony, forwardness, right? Positiveness. That's what attracts the seven guardian angels. Let me go a little further here, and I may raise a few eyebrows here. Backwardness. You are attracting the fallen angels. If I'm not forward or backward, right? When you find yourself calling good bad, you want to say that the program is good, and you say, I want bad program. Watch yourself. Watch yourself. Take a good look at which of the angels you are encouraging. If it is the archangels or the fallen angels. Which of them backwardness activated? Negativeness. Look which of them negativeness activate, and look which set of angel positiveness activate. So when you are going to place your emphasis on the negative, even your food that Gabriel, Michael, Raphael, and Uriel now provides for you, you give the honor unto the fallen angels and say, boy, the food bad, you know one. Oh, Lord Jesus, because why are you hitting them? Why are you hitting them like that? This is the plumb line. That's why you get hit here. Shabaranks, they think they have, you think you have it all, but you don't have it at all. Right? You are simply glorifying the fallen angels. Each time you mean to say good and you say bad, you're forsaking the archangel and glorifying the fallen angel. Each time you turn your partner back way, mating, dancing, or making love, you are honoring the fallen angels. And there is no two way about it. This is the plumb line. We're dropping the plumb line and you this morning to see where you are, your levels. Where are you this morning? No want to kiss, no want to hug, no want to belly rub a dub. Back shot, me love. Honoring the fallen angels. Encouraging the fallen angels. Forward ever, backward never. Encouraging the fallen angels and forsaking the angels of light, the angels of peace, the angels of love, the warrior angels. So you got now pregnant without the guidance of the fallen, the archangel, but with the guidance of the fallen angels, and your generation comes. Lord of mercy, they kill mama, papa, picnic, and child. because they were umbrellaed under the fallen angels and not the archangels. Right? Rutabel, Kokobel, Azrazel, right? Same Jesus and his men, the fallen angels. You got to know them. They are symbols, and symbols that represents them. And they are out here in the glamour world. You wearing a lot of symbols for them, and you do not know, because you do not know them. Because you don't want to speak to the seer. Look for the seer. Look for him beard. Look, he ugly. Or you want the pretty things that has no value, no sustainability, nothing they can teach you. Turn back way, girl. Turn back way. 100 stop. The work of the fallen angels. So you're wondering, a lot of you, when you see what your child has done, let's bring into sharp focus the one who has been sentenced for the demise of the 9 months old. So one would look, because of him gone to jail or gone to spend his time. A lot of people doesn't look now back at the person who bring that soul here. How that soul must have felt. Now, that memories of each passing minute for so long, imagining him his new adopted lifestyle and what he did used to. Even if you didn't like the child, it gone across an impact on your life forever. Right? Yes. Must cause an impact on your life forever. So they are also out to take in sharp focusing as well, to know that she had brought forward someone with such intensity, such gruesome intensity. Right? And all that happens, no two way about this, at the time of being conceived, it was the fallen angels were encouraged. That's why sex must be filled with harmony, truth, right? Before sex, you ushering. When I say these things, people laugh at me. You must pray before sex. Many don't, because many attribute sex to the negative energy. Say God no business with sex. And you know, all that comes through indoctrination. Right? So they believe in praying before sex, they are dishonoring God. That's when you honored God, because sex is the way of life. The only way that God said we can reproduce. Right? So it is honorable. Right? So prayer must involve to ushering Gabriel, Michael, Raphael, Uriel, Zopharel, Shamiel, and Zachariel. And you practice praying before sex and and you come tell me after house that sex is the nicest sex you ever get. The sex that you pray and usher in the 7 guarding angels around you, and look at the children them that you're going to get. If the eggs should be fertile, but you don't know when the eggs is going to be fertile, so it best you do it perpetually. Yes. Words like good encourages the archangel. Word as bad encourages the fallen angels. The negative encourages the fallen angels. The positive encourages the archangels. So, for the benefit of those who did not know, right? All right, let me go a little further. The falling angel instruction will make you feel comfortable momentarily, but soon it will disappear like luck, because they are the orchestrator for luck, right? Luck will shower down on you this moment, and next moment your luck runs out. Blessing which is provided by the archangels stay with you forever. So you get your child under the umbrella of luck, the umbrella of the fallen angel. Yes, that child will grow up, seems to be going fine, then a sudden switch. I say, I never seem like this. Because luck is not perpetual. The fallen angel is not everlasting. But blessings that comes from the archangels are everlasting. This is the plumb line. How is your levels? How is your levels of truth? How is your levels of sanity? 8 minutes to go on the program. How is your levels of sanity? How is your levels of alkalinity? Are you transparent? Don't be afraid. If you're having financial blockade, nothing coming your way, everything you do seems to go wrong, that means you're ascetic. Too much of the negative energy is around you. You need to repel them, like how you repel the mosquitoes. So you need to repel that energy. Practices some more positive things, and you will eventually see your life and an upscale. Yes. Two things that the fallen angels can do to yours while you encourages them. All right. Let me say this as it bids me. practicing. You see this backway dancing? That's why you say it attracts things like the mollies and all of those things, the mad out and all of those things. Yeah, you just act crazy, right? Because you are zooming in on the negative energy. Yes. Yes. It is the negative energy you are pulling in. Right? So it attracts all of those negative things to make you giddy, not sober. And that's how the madness, it attracts madness out of your mind, not leveled, right? Not straight. It attracts homosexuality, right? Right? Yes? That negative energy, the insight you must have. Your purity and your sanity will take you to these levels of insight. Please to attract the 7 guarding angels and not the abundant of fallen angels that you are attracting with your practices. Insight is the best to have. And if you continue working with the fallen angels, you won't have that insight. You will have to go to someone to tell you things. Gabriel will not be able to bring messages to you. Michael will not be able to war for you. You will have to be warring for yourself. And without the protection, you may lose your 3 points. Argument done. I am Tychicus, your revelator, with another program called Insight. Remember, this will be posted back on YouTube. Remember to subscribe to my YouTube page, Reginald Martin 4915. Right? Subscribe to my YouTube page. Also, subscribe to my live TikTok live, right? If you haven't yet do so, subscribe to my TikTok live. Follow me on TikTok. Subscribe to my TikTok live, right? You want to see this grow? Then this is the way to go. Reginald Martin on on Facebook and Instagram. Follow me there, right? I am not hiding. I'm not in hiding. I'm here for you. The revelator. Tychicus, the one. I'm out.